I am the Shadow Teacher, and currently one of the books I'm reading through is Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And Maxwell Maltz was a plastic surgeon who observed that most people who came to him seeking to change their physical appearance, at the heart, what they really wanted to do is to change their self-image and improve their sense of self-worth, improve their self-confidence. And he noticed that those who were not able to internally change their self-image, their perception of who they are, and their value, even though they changed the outside, even though he could do a fabulous job doing a nose job or liposuction or whatever, the person would still have low self-esteem. And he got into studying consciousness and psychology and mechanisms of success and the internal attitude of success that one has, just looking at consistent things across the board. And something jumped out. Many things have jumped out in this book, which I'll share, but one thing in particular, he was writing about mechanisms of success, and one of the pieces is understanding. And he says here that you cannot react appropriately if information you act on is faulty or misunderstood. And looking at everything that's going on in the world recently, but over a long period of time, I encounter on a regular basis people who take in information, again, information that is either faulty or it's their perception of it that's faulty. But in recent times, I've seen information that's intentionally faulty itself, that's intentionally given to mislead people. And people in my sphere would appeal to authority. They would trust the authority that would be giving them the specific information. Specific information that I'm not going to go into detail on this particular channel because it will get canceled if I do. But I will hint at it, that this specific information given by authorities, that was just flat out wrong, that did not translate to reality. And what I see again is NPCs continue to interpret this type of information and take in this faulty information and perpetuate it. And that is the programming for an NPC. But if you are, again, a real human being, and you are someone who desires true sovereignty and to truly experience the depths and the expanse of what it feels like to be human, then it's dangerous for you to get in this trap of faulty perception or taking in faulty information without questioning it, appealing to authority even if the information is bad, and having a poor sense of understanding. So to develop a true sense of understanding takes time. It takes practice. It takes seeing consistent results. It takes seeing something that's an idea translate to this realm that we're in consistently, over time, without fail. When you see that, when you observe that, then you start to develop understanding, pattern recognition. People who are truly great at something are very good with pattern recognition of that particular thing. That's why a master at a craft can do something in the fraction of a time and 10 times the quality of a novice, because they've seen it so many times. And pattern recognition is true understanding. What is not true understanding, again, is just taking the words from some authority figure and spitting them out and regurgitating them, even though you haven't seen the pattern, even though you haven't seen the consistent result delivered repeatedly. So we are all guilty of misunderstanding. And when we are able to see our own misunderstanding, catch ourselves, we get in the trap of misunderstanding, misinterpreting information, or just regurgitating something that we don't truly understand. Religion, another great example of misunderstanding, where people claim to know something for certain. But I got some news for you. If you claim to know exactly what happens when we leave this physical realm, exactly to a T, then you are full of shit and you're deluding yourself and other people. You can have belief, you can have faith. Maybe there's some people who know. Maybe there's a few that have died and come back, and we can take those accounts a little bit with a little bit more credibility. But always have some skepticism when you're just taking someone's word for something that you haven't experienced yet. So I'm going to end this transmission and encourage you to be well. Continue stepping on the road of truth, wisdom, and understanding. As we wind on as we wind on down the road, hopefully our souls will be taller than our shadows. That doesn't rhyme like the Led Zeppelin lyric does, but hopefully our souls will be taller than our shadows. So be well, be strong, and I'll see you on the other side, my friends.